Hello everybody, welcome back. We have talked so many times about the 3.0 update and why it is so important for the success of Star Citizen, for the success of this very ambitious project. But we have also mentioned many times that 3.0 is not going to be the end of the journey but just the beginning. With this update, we are going to get the first steps of the features that will help Star Citizen to transform from a game with many separate modules into a true multiplayer experience, into a true multiplayer universe. And there is no doubt that while the 3.0 is very important for the success of this process, everything that will come after this update is very important as well. CIG recently announced the release date, the AIM release date for the 3.0 update, and along with this date they have also announced their plans for the rest of the year for Star Citizen. A roadmap for Star Citizen until the end of 2017 that has many differences from the plans we knew until now from the previous roadmap. To be more precise, there are two major and very significant changes from the previous plans, from what we knew until now, and the first one has to do with the number of updates that will follow 3.0 until the end of 2017. Until now, we knew that CIG wanted to release as many updates as possible until the end of 2017 and had mentioned up to 4.0 update. So the plan was to get 4 updates after 3.0, 3.1, 3.2, 3.3 and 4.0. This obviously has changed and now the plan is to get at least 2 more updates after 3.0 until the end of 2017, 3.1 and 3.2. And of course the features that are planned for 3.0, 3.1 and 3.2 are very different from the features that were planned before. The second very important change has to do with the 3.0 itself. Although initially the plan was to get the full stand-on system with the 3.0 update and all the 5 planets of this system with moons and the locations around them, now we're only going to get 3 moons around Crusader. The 3 moons around Crusader, Selene, Yela and Daymar, and hopefully Delamar as well as a stretch goal. So let's go ahead and take a look at these 3 very important updates for Star Citizen that will come until the end of this year, the features they will bring to the game and how they are going to transform Star Citizen. I will also talk about when we might see 3.1 and 3.2 on the live server, and of course I would love to hear your opinion as well. And one more thing I would like to mention has to do with the detailed plans that CIG has announced recently along with the date for the 3.0 update, and reveal some very beloved vessels, some very beloved ships like the Karak and the Banyu Merchantman, and we might get a very good idea of when we are going to see them in game. Let's start with the 3.0 update. The original plan was to add the full stand-on system with this update in the game, but now instead we are going to get the 3 moons around Crusader, Yela, Daymar and Selene, and hopefully the planet-like asteroid Delamar with the landing zone of Levski as a stretch goal. This update is very important for Star Citizen and it will be crucial for the success of this project because it will add planetary landings to the game and will give to players, will give us the opportunity to test and experience the planetary tech of Star Citizen for the first time. Each one of these moons around Crusader will have its own unique and distinct environment and will provide players with unique challenges and opportunities. Something that will help us understand the diversity of planets, the diversity of the planetary tech in Star Citizen. They are also going to be huge, very big moons, and I'm going to use for one more time the example that Chris Roberts used on the newsletter that will take us around 4.5 hours to circumnavigate Selene with a dragonfly on full afterburn and more than 12 days to walk around it. This only shows how huge of a potential the planetary tech has for Star Citizen, and I can only dream of the potential of an actual planet in game. Along with the moons around Crusader, surface outposts will be introduced to the game and we will be able to discover them on the surface of these moons and hopefully Delamar, but also derelict ships and debris fields around these moons, around the Crusader area that we will be able to explore and hopefully find some loot and become richer. 2 more mission givers will be added to the game. One of them is Miles Eckhart, an NPC that was introduced to us with the Gamescom demo, the Gamescom presentation, and the other one is called Ruto, and I'm really curious to see what he's all about. In terms of gameplay, we are going to get in the game finally the first set of professions. This time with 3.0 we will have trading, cargo hauling and piracy. We will be able to interact with cargo, we will be able to buy, sell goods and commodities. There will be support UI on kiosks, on shops, in order to be able to buy the commodities and sell them. And like I said, we will be able to interact with crates. We will have the option to grab crates, to get them inside our vessel or to get them out of our vessel and take them to a specific NPC to complete a mission or do anything else we like. Although salvaging is not mentioned, that will be added in the game with the 3.0, the ability to grab crates of goods, of commodities and get them inside our ship is a form of salvaging. So if we find a derelict ship and there are some crates lying around, we could grab them, get them to our vessel and go to the nearest kiosk, to the nearest shop to sell them. Some other very important features that will come to the game with the 3.0 update include the item 2.0 and the new player interaction mode that will make it easier to interact with sub-components and it will make it easier for us to control our vessel. The alpha version of the insurance system, for the first time we are going to get insurance in-game. It's going to be a first iteration of this system and it will be possible to request a replacement ship if our original ship is damaged beyond repair. The introduction of stamina, of course, in the game for the first time as well. We will have stamina for our characters and we will have to be very careful. It is not going to be possible to sprint all the time because this will drain stamina and it will have serious consequences for our character. Constant sprinting will drain stamina and it will cause loss of breath and of course difficulty in aiming a weapon. This will make FPS gameplay a bit more strategic and we will have to think before act, we will have to think of our resources, of stamina and later oxygen as well. Persistent damage and ammo and missiles, improvements of the repair system and of course character customization. We will be able to alter the appearance of our character, mostly head, hairs, eye color and skin color. With the 3.0 update, the mission system is going to be improved and slowly more and more types of missions are going to be added with the other updates as well that will follow 3.0. The mission manager application is going to be very important for the success of this new mission system, but along with this application we are also going to get mission board application, cargo manifest application that will allow us to check our cargo in our vessel, and the star map application that will allow us to travel around the persistent universe with ease. Two very important features that will come with the 3.0 update and will be very important for Star Citizen as a whole is the Solar System SOP service and the Solar System Mission service. The SOP service will dictate what kind of products and natural resources and of course services each shop around the persistent universe will be willing to buy and sell. It will determine the demand and the offer of goods and commodities, and obviously it will also determine the price of goods. The Solar System Mission service, on the other hand, will dictate what kind of missions will be offered at various locations and what kind of rewards will be given for these missions. With all these features, we can understand very easily how important 3.0 is going to be for Star Citizen. It will add the first steps of the features that will be required for the success of this game as a multiplayer experience. Of course, like with every new update, we're also going to get new vessels, the Dragonfly and the Ursa rover that are going to be essential for ground exploration, the Constellation Aquila, the rework Atlas, which I personally believe is going to be a great addition for the 3.0 update, and it will be used by many players for not only piracy but also transporting goods with extra safety. And the Mystic Prospector, despite the fact that mining will not be in-game with the 3.0 update. We don't have to estimate when we are going to see the 3.0 update. The aim release date has been announced already and is June 29th. So around July we will have the 3.0 update on our hands and we will be able to admire and experience the planetary tech of Star Citizen for the first time. The next update is the 3.1 and it is actually the update that will add the first planet in game, the Arco planet, with the R-18 landing zone, but also modular space stations, track stops that will increase the locations around the persistent universe that we will be able to visit and sell our goods or buy other commodities. The 3.1 update is going to be a very good update for FPS combat because it will add more weapons, soldered and throwable weapons, but also fist fighting, melee combat and knives in game. With this update, the takedowns that we have seen on the CitizenCon demo will be introduced to Star Citizen. It will be possible to knock back or knock down an enemy. Some very important features that will come with the 3.1 include the criminality system, the expansion of the item 2.0 system, item degradation, failure and luck. And to be honest, when I see luck, when I read luck, I'm kind of afraid because I instantly think RNG in game. We will have to wait and see what this luck means. I hope it means that when a component is about to break, there is a certain percentage of luck if it will break totally or if it will break partially, something like that. Service Beacon version 1, which I believe is one of the most important features that will make it to the game. It will allow players to create their own content, to create their own missions and ask help from other players or offer their services. Parties and organization. Party system in Star Citizen. This will help organizations and group of friends to play together and have fun together, and will be able to share the same goal, to share the same missions. Spectrum is going to be integrated in game with this update, the 3.1, something that will also make it easier for organizations and friends to play together. The addition of the female and AI locomotions and game persistence. If you leave your vessel somewhere and get out of the game, when you will return to the game, your vessel will be at the same spot. And obviously new vessels. The Misk Razor, the updated Aurora, the Terrapin, and I'm really happy to see the Terrapin in-game with 3.1, the Hull C that is going to make trading even easier and offer a lot more options for traders. The Cutlass Red and Blue will be added to the game with this update, and the Vanguard Harbinger, one of the Vanguard variants. Now, when are we going to see 3.1 in game? I strongly believe that it will be sometime around Gamescom, hopefully during the presentation or shortly after, maybe a week after Gamescom. Especially if 3.0 is a huge success, it will be a great opportunity for CIG to show 3.1, to show the extended FPS gameplay and attract more players, a new audience to Star Citizen and of course the persistent universe. We'll love to hear what you think. And last but definitely not least is the 3.2 update. The update that will add the rest of the planets in the standard system, Crusader, Hearthstone and Microtech as a stretch goal, and will complete the standard system if everything goes as planned. With the 3.2 we are going to have finally the full standard system in game, the system that was promised initially with the 3.0 update. We're also going to see new ammo types, gadgets in game, drones and shields, downed and drowning states in game, permissions, I guess who can enter your vessel or who can use something, who can unlock a certain locker, ship-to-ship refuel system and also breaching, which I guess means boarding action. Will be possible to approach a bigger vessel, disabled approach it and breach its hull in order to go inside, disable the crew and take control of that vessel. We're also going to see improvements on other systems with the 3.2 update, like the radar system, the cargo, the service beacon and the star map. The new vessels that will come with the 3.0 update include the Constellation Phoenix, the Constellation Taurus, the Freelancer Max, the Freelancer DUR and the Vanguard Sentinel and other Vanguard variant. I think it is safe to assume that we will see the 3.2 update at the end of the year, around Christmas, especially if 3.1 and 3.0 are huge success and everything has gone according to plan. Like I have mentioned at the beginning of this video, by taking a better look at the detailed plan of CIG for the release that will come until the end of this year, we can see what kind of gameplay is planned and when it is planned to be worked, when it is planned to be finished, and of course when it is planned to see it in game. So we can see when are we going to get the different types of missions in game that will enrich gameplay in Star Citizen and make the persistent universe a much better experience. So for example, we can see that Parsi missions are planned to be worked from July 3rd to August 21st, so I guess we're going to see them after that in game. The same goes for assassination missions, September 5th to October 2nd, and smuggling missions, October 3rd to November 13th. By taking a good look at these plans, it is quite easy to estimate when we're going to get this gameplay and what to expect from Star Citizen. At the same time, we can also see not only gameplay content but also some new vessels and when we are going to get them, and I'm going to talk about the Karak, which gonna be late, I'm afraid. It is planned from November 6th to May 8th of 2018. This makes me think that around May of next year we're also going to get the content that was promised with the 4.0 update before, which means that around May of next year we might be able to leave standard system and start doing some proper exploration, start mapping jump points and visit the nearby systems. We should also expect the brand new Merchantman on May 1st of 2018, so I'm gonna dare and say that May of 2018 is going to be a great month for those that love the Karak and the brand new Merchantman. The 890 jump is scheduled from March 23rd till March 23rd of the next year of 2018. Mustang updates will be finished at around November 27th, the Freelancer MIS at around October 13th, and the Hurricane at around December 11th. Something that I find very important to mention and quite important for the future of the game. After taking a look at these plans, the estimations that CAG has announced, there is absolutely no word for mining and other professions like salvaging, but like we have mentioned at the beginning, the fact that we will be able to interact with crates and take them from a derelict ship, from a destroyed vessel to our vessel, is a form of salvaging, and with the introduction of the refueling capability from ship to ship, this is also another profession game. We could ask someone to refuel us for a fee, and we also have to remember that although something is not on the plans, it might appear later, so mining might be in the game with one of the 3 upcoming updates. They might not be sure if it is going to be ready by the time they want to release these updates, so it could be a quite nice surprise for us to get mining or another profession while not expecting it. There is no mention anywhere about quantum interdiction, so we will have to wait to see if this feature is gonna make it to the game before the end of 2017 as well. So these are the plans of CAG for the rest of the year. We're going to get 3.0, the most important update for Star Citizen until now, because it will add the planetary landings in game. It will give us the opportunity to experience the planetary tech for the first time in Star Citizen. We're going to see this update at June 29th or at the beginning of July if there is some delay, and then 3.1 will follow. I believe we will see 3.1 during Gamescom of this year and 3.2 at the end of the year around Christmas. I personally believe this is a quite nice plan. I like the introduction of the planetary tech as CAG has planned to introduce it to us. I think it will be a nice opportunity to test the planetary tech and see what is working and what is not working, and of course help the developers to fix what is not working and give us a much better content. I would love to hear what you think about these plans. I would love to hear when you think we are going to see these updates, and of course what you expect the most in the game. Thank you very much for joining me. If you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more. I am SquidofLove and I will see you around the verse. Bye bye.